name is Eqide. This is my second testimony for my mother, Rahila Dawood, because I wanted to keep testifying for her until the day she is released. As you can see from my previous video, my mother has been missing since 2017 December. I highly suspect she is in a re-education camp, detention centers, or prisons. My mother, Rahila Dawood, is a female scholar from the Uyghur ethnic minority groups in Xinjiang, China. At the time she received her doctoral degrees from Beijing Normal University, she was among few Uyghur women who finished their PhD study. After that, she became a professor at the Xinjiang University and trained the generations of anthropologists and folklorists. She inspired her students to pursue their academic dream, to finish their PhD and go abroad for study. She lectures across China and different parts of the world to share the beauty of the Uyghur culture. She was a visiting scholar at the Indiana University, the University of California, Berkeley, and the University of Washington. She also embarked on numerous research, and all of her research was funded by the Chinese government and the scholars. You have no idea how much effort she put into her research. To preserve and research on the Uyghurs' intangibles heritage, she went on field trips around that region, no matter how hostile the travel conditions was. I went to a field trips with my mother when I was a teenager. We slept in an impoverished village. There was no bathrooms in the house, and the weather was extremely cold and there was no heaters. But my mother really enjoyed it because that's the only way she can research and preserve those cultural heritage. This is my mother's famous book, The Research on Uyghurs' Mazal Cultures. The reason that she wrote this book is she wanted to research on and preserve the Mazal cultures, and she also wanted to research on how people nowadays get inner strength through their cultural and religious activities. As you can see, my mother is such a peaceful person who has strong interest in other people's cultures and in her own cultures. She not only fell in love with her own cultures, wanted to share the beauty of the Uyghur culture, she also has strong interest in other people, other nationality culture. She have friends from different nationality and she loves celebrate their festivals. You may wonder why all of this tragedy happens, why my mother is missing. That's because since 2017, China massively detained and imprisoned Uyghurs. They put Uyghurs into re-education camps because of ridiculous reasons such as they have relatives abroad, they went abroad before, or they have grown in their house. They also began to detain and imprison Uyghur intellectuals, such as the president of the Xinjiang University, Tashbulati, the president of the Xinjiang Medical University, the Hanmurat Hofur. I have no idea their crime is. The only crime I can think of is they are being smart, they are being hardworking, they are being influential, or they are being Uyghur. For example, my mother's. She has been working for Chinese Communist Party for more than 25 years, and she followed every single rules of the Chinese government. She deserves a better retirement life right now instead of being detained. So China, 1.5 years of detention has already brought huge damage to my mother's life. Please stop. Otherwise, I will keep fighting, keep speaking out, keep sharing my stories until the day you release my mother's. You cannot get rid of me for the rest of my life until you release my mother. I also wanted to ask help for anyone who is currently watching this video. Please help us share our tragedy as much as possible. If you have time, please contact the Chinese consulate in your city and ask the well-being of my mother and other missing Uyghurs. We need your help. Anyway, we will keep fighting until the day China releases our loved one. Thank you.